And it's Monday, y'all, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. No, I did. We're going to talk about football. Obviously, I'm pretty excited about the way things shook out this weekend. I'm not going to lie. A little frustrated about what I just heard a couple hours ago or a couple minutes ago about the Lions. We're going to get into that. But first and foremost, you guys all know what's up next. It's my main man, Jersey Fred. Jersey Fred, what is poppin', my brother?
Oh, beautiful. Living the dream out here. 75 degrees and sunny.
Oh, my God, dude. It's so cold here, Fred. It's so cold here. You made the best decision ever.
Definitely.
But we're going to get into football. We're going to get into like how everything went. But you and I spoke over the weekend when we could speak, even though apparently we're still debating on whose phone is having the issue. And we're going to talk about your weekend because it sounds like it's pretty cool. Those of you who follow Fred on Instagram, you saw his restaurant post, which I can't wait to talk about that. But Fred, I have to tell you, we have a special guest who's coming on, and I want to give you a little backstory of how this came about, okay? So 2 weeks ago, I'm at Dax's first basketball game. He's playing hoops there for the St. Clair Saints. And we go out to lunch after the game, and we're just talking about the game. It's like, hey, here's some things you could do differently. Here's what I like. And he's like, Dad, you have to check out this kid that goes to school at my school. His name's Braylon, and he's that guy. And I was like, okay, let's look him up. So we're sitting at the Chick-fil-A, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, wow, this kid is sweet. So I noticed that he was playing at Lakeview in St. Clair Shores on Friday. So Dax and I decide to drive down to my old neighborhood, on the east side, and we get an opportunity to watch this kid play. And when I tell you, like, this is going to be the most ridiculous comment I've ever made. This kid puts up 35 points against Lakeview, and it was like a quiet 35. I know that sounds crazy, right? As a high schooler putting up 35 points sounds quiet. He wasn't like logo threes. He was just a solid player. So I'm going to give you a little clip here. I caught this on there. And Fred, get your glasses on. You're going to need them. You're going to need them. Right before the end of the game, and Dax is like, hold your phone up, Dad, because what if something good happens? I was like, okay. Let me play this for you. Look at this. Two hands just right over this kid, right? So I'm like, dude, he ends up putting up 35, okay? But without further ado, I want to introduce you all to Braylon Frantz, 6'1", out of St. Clair. He has just broken the record for the most points scored in school history, which is crazy. Congratulations on that. And Braylon, I got to say, man, I was blown away on Friday. When my son told me about you, I was like, I gotta see this kid play. And you blew us away on Friday, man. It was awesome. So congratulations on that game on Friday against Lakeview.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we got a picture with him after the game, and it's cool because I've taken Dax to like Pistons games, Tigers games, Lions games. This kid was more excited to meet Braylon after the game than he was going to see Cade at Little Caesars Arena. But let's get into it because I want to learn a little bit about you, Braylon, and obviously I'm doing this because I need to get you in Big Rapids. I need to get you at Ferris State. Fred, where you want him to go?
I want him to come to the hall.
He wants to come to the hall. Okay. So,
come to Big East.
That would be nice too.
So I got to ask, man, like, at what age did you realize that, like, hey, I might actually be good at this? Like, you've been balling for a while. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I started playing basketball when I was like 3, and I was always like undersized because obviously I'm not like the biggest right now. But like, I don't know. My dad just always had me in the gym, and there was this one game I remember we played. It was at All-Star Sports Center when I played there when I was younger. And I had like 11 threes. And ever since then, I kind of just like fell in love with the game. And like, I wanted to be in the gym every day. I wanted to get shots up every day. I kind of just, I fell in love with it.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. I'm very familiar with All-Star.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I played there like when I was like in first grade through like fourth grade. So I've had a long time playing there. It was pretty cool.
So when you were playing as a youngster before high school, before middle school, and you had, you mentioned your dad and stuff, and I'm sure you went through a bunch of coaches too. Who was the first person that really believed in you?
Well, the first person that really believed in me was my dad, of course, because he's always told me like I could be something if I really put my mind to it, and I've kind of just always done that, and I believed what he said, and I really hope it's gonna come true. Like I want to play college basketball somewhere. I want to play at the big, like highest competition level I can, and just compete. I love competing. I'm a competitor.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you're still spending a lot of time in the gym. What are you working on right now? What are you working on to improve right now every day? The
Right
one
now-
thing you're trying to improve.
Right now, I'm just kind of focusing on like my jumper because like this year hasn't been the best for my shooting. I don't know why. It's just not been going in. Well, it's been going in, but not as much as I wanted to. So I've just been in the gym consistently, just trying to get it consistent. I know it's not like a form problem or anything. Or I might just be in my head about it, but because last year I shot 45% from three, and this year it's like 36 or 37. So it's not terrible, but I've just been really in the gym working on my shot.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, being from St. Clair, you're obviously from a little bit smaller area, right? But the cool part about that is there's not many people that live in that area that don't know who you are, right? So a lot of the teams that you're playing against, they know who you are. And I noticed at Lakeview, like the opposing crowd knew exactly who you were. There was not a doubt in my mind. They knew you were coming. Like, even to the point where Dak said to me, he's like, Dad, I hope they chant overrated one more time, because that would be funny. And at one point you look over, you're at like 32 points, and the crowd is kind of in your air. And I see you look over and you just hit them with I'd say 3-0, and you point up to the scoreboard. You don't say much, you just let them know. But how do you handle that kind of pressure at your age, and knowing that they're going to put the top defender on you? They're going to do everything they can to stop you. Like, it's got to take a pretty good sound kid to be able to deal with that kind of pressure, and knowing that you're the one they're gunning for every single time.
Yeah. I've kind of just grown up with it. Like, I've been face guarded ever since I was like 10 years old. So I kind of just got used to it, and just kind of got used to like not diversity, I don't know, like the word for it, but like, it's just hard because everyone knows who you are and everyone's going to try to stop you, but you just have to like, I don't really know.
It's almost like zone out. It's almost like get into your own space and do you, right? Mm-hmm. Because I would imagine that as soon as they get into your head, it kind of takes you off your game. And I think the biggest thing is just, you know what you need to do. You're in the gym all the time, you're focused, and obviously keeping a level head is ideal. Because of the way we met, and obviously my son, being a father of a sixth grader who's going to school into a school the way your atmosphere is with 12th graders, it's a little scary as a father to know your kid is mingling with high schoolers at his age. But I'll tell you what, meeting you, understanding what you're about, knowing that you're the type of role model in his school that he looks forward to, obviously, it's reassuring as a dad. So I guess the question for you is, what kind of advice would you, because Dax is going to be listening to this, he's a big fan of yours. What would you say? What kind of advice would you give somebody my son's age, at age 11, being in sixth grade, getting ready to try out for the team next year? What advice would you give somebody Dax's age?
I would say master your fundamentals, because I realized because I played varsity all my 4 years of high school. And I realized right away that you need to like master like the beginner stuff, like what they say. Because if you're not making layups, or if you're not because not everyone's going to be the star player on their team. Like, that's just honest. Like, if you can do anything to help out your team, that's like a big bonus for you. So if you can finish your layups consistently, if you can handle the rock like really, really good, you're going to get more playing time than some of the other guys, because they don't have that stuff mastered.
I noticed it's pretty in the game on Friday, and I said to him, what I want you to do is I want you to keep your eyes on him the whole time. And what I want you to do is I want you to watch his eyes. ball you man is that you can tell by looking at your eyes and watching it. And that's exactly what I said to him. I said, this kid is fundamentally sound. He's not jacking long threes. He's passing the ball. He's not a ball hog at 35. People are going to be like, well, he's just shooting every time. That wasn't the case. That's why I said it was a quiet 35.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't like ball hogs. I don't like being a ball hog. I like getting everyone involved. That just makes it more fun as like a team. Like no one wants to play with the ball hog, so
for sure.
So let's get down to the important business. Coming up in the fall, school of choice. Where would you want to go?
Like if I had an offer from there, or if I just wanted to go?
Open offers everywhere.
Open offers anywhere. I would say Michigan because I've always loved Michigan. Michigan's my go-to. Go blue.
Okay, that's awesome. But you would still go to state.
What?
If you would still go to state if you had to.
If I had to, yeah, of course. I would go anywhere. Of course I would.
Well, I'd love to get you out in the Big East, man. Seton Hall could really use a guy like you. But I do have a couple just off-topic questions for you, too. Go ahead, Fred.
I thought for sure, Fred, you were going to ask him that if he goes to play at Michigan State and it's his last game, would he kiss the court? Fred got beat up online for he said that the Michigan State players make out with the logo. He thinks it's the grossest thing ever.
Crazy tradition. But and I hope you don't have to do that.
If I went there, I might. I might.
Listen, if it's for the people, it's for the gram, it's for the education, you got to do what you got to do. I feel you. Off topic. Tonight, who you got tonight in the national championship?
I don't really be watching football that much.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Whoever, I don't really care who wins, but
he's straight hoop. So you don't play any other sport?
No, I just play basketball. I watch basketball. I live basketball. I breathe basketball.
I'll pivot off that then. Okay, who's coming out of the East?
What?
Who's coming out of the East in the NBA?
In the NBA?
Yeah.
That's tough. That is tough. There's a lot of good contenders this year, but I don't know.
Are you a Detroit basketball guy? You're a Pistons guy?
But I don't know. I feel like I don't know because Cade's hurt right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's gonna come back and like help him, or if he's gonna make them worse when he comes back, because that tends to happen. But I want Detroit obviously to go to the finals, but yeah.
So I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I wanted to, and then I got one last question for you, Braylon, and then we'll let you go. But I gotta show this. So Braylon's on here. He's brought to us by his own gear, Fred. So I want to show you something I found on his Instagram, and now I gotta now I gotta get Dax one of these shirts. But dude, this logo this kid has is so dope. Check this thing out.
BF1.
Isn't that awesome?
Love it. I'm gonna get it. Can get that through Instagram. I can get you. You got your link on there?
Yeah, go into my my bio. It's called Murray Avenue, and you can purchase whatever you want on there. They got sweatshirts, t-shirts, pants, hoodies.
All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna get you one of those.
I'm gonna tag it on here.
They also got hats. I see you guys like wearing hats.
Yeah. Well, no, I've never, only in a bad bet, Braylon. In a bad bet, Freddie lost, and he had to wear a Detroit hat. But I've known Freddie for over 10 years now, and every time he shows up, he wears that same hat. He's a Steelers fan.
It's the Yankee fitted, man. I mean, everybody wants one. Everybody deserves it.
He made the Yankees hat more famous than the Yankees fan. So, one last question, ma'am. I got to ask, and this kind of falls on your dad, to be honest with you, to see how you were raised. But the question that everybody asks, who's better, Jordan or LeBron?
All right, so my dad's going to be a little mad at me, but LeBron. I'm going to say LeBron because I've never seen Michael Jordan play in person, so like that's kind of like hard to go off of what I never watched him. So I've watched LeBron like play every game he's been in. So I would have to say he's the best of all time for my generation. I don't know about you guys.
Well, you know what is going to the key to this part is that your dad's going to be mad that you said that. That just means that you got good parenting. That's all it is. That's all it is. Kids these days, they don't get it. The too many. You got to get onto YouTube, check it out. But Braylon, I can't thank you enough for coming on with Fred and I. Obviously you got my little guy in at school. You go dap him up next time you see him, make his day because he's your biggest fan. So good luck this season. Stay healthy, man, and we hope to see you up in Big Rapids, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for having me.
BF1, I'm sending the gear over to Seton Hall, to the athletic director.
There we go. All right, man. Take care, buddy. We appreciate you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Man, that was awesome. Pretty cool story the kid's got.
Yeah. He's definitely going to get.
The gear's sweet, man. The gear's sweet. We hope that he can catch some offer, get his schooling paid for him. Maybe we get to watch him play in the next level. That would be awesome. But I'm telling you, dude, the guy was cold, man. He talked about fundamentals. His jumper was insane. Insane.
I think he's definitely listen. If you're putting up 35 in games in high school, you're going to extend your career somewhere. So that's just how.
Yeah, it goes D3, goes somewhere, get his school paid for.
Anywhere to extend your playing career.
Yeah, but I'm glad he got on there, and appreciate his dad reaching out to me. Shout out to his dad, Mike Frantz, who kind of put us in contact. But again, thanks, Braylon. Jump on there, buy some of his gear, man. Help the kid out. We got to get some gear too.
Yeah, I'm going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah, you got to. We'll rock it on the pot. All right, let's get into it. Football this weekend, Fred. Football this weekend. It was absolutely – I mean, it was a good weekend of football. Not as crazy as last weekend. I think a lot of things that we – I think nothing crazy happened that we thought. I'd say we maybe – again, we're a vibes podcast. We wanted things to go a little bit different. But let's start first and foremost, Fred. Last night's game, obviously the Rams at the Bears. What was your take on the game last night?
It was an amazing game. Crazy weather, shit like that. Just an all-around hard-fought game. I will say this, though. I know you're probably not going to like this, but if you ain't a believer of Caleb Williams, man, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Then you're not watching the same shit I am. The touchdown throw was ridiculous to tie it up. I mean, also feeling that number 9 was still going to get it done. But Caleb Williams he could be MVP material.
Look, I've spent the entire season waiting for the ball to drop, right? The other shoe to drop, whatever analogy you want to throw out there. And then in last week, the 4th and 8 throw that he had, you were like, well, this is one of the greatest throws I've ever seen, right? And then last night, I mean, that in the books, Fred, that was a 14-yard pass, by the way.
Yes.
But the way when he turned around and started like scampering back, I was like, this game's over. Like he's done. And then he throws the ball like that, 50-some yards in the cold, insane. And wholeheartedly, Fred, I'm here to say, dude, I'm insanely scared of what the future is going to be looking like. And then, and that's what I have in notes. Like I was saying it, and then the Lions go out and hire some dipshit out of Arizona who, like, we'll talk about in a little bit. But it's like, I just texted my buddy. I said, have fun, man. Enjoy owning the NFC North because we obviously don't care. We don't want to make a splash. We don't care. But here's the thing: like, he had 3 interceptions. Okay, right? Like, he still was in contention to win the game. Their defense looked probably one of the best they've been all year, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
And so they fill some holes on defense. I think he spends the offseason working with Ben Johnson, reduces the mistakes. The natural athletic talent is still there. I mean, the raw athletic talent, he limits those turnovers, and they win that game.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're going to be right up there next year as well. They're going to be right up at the top. I feel, I don't know what's going on with the Eagles. Like that South division, who the hell knows? Like, really, it's the West that is really the other division. But in the North, he's coming out of the North. The Packers are good. I think they're still give some people some trouble. I think the Vikings are getting better. I'm not going to count out the Lions. That's silly to do. They do have a ton of talent, and they'll be healthy next year. But if you, like I said again, if you're not a believer of the Bears now, I don't know what you're watching.
Like I said, Fred, we're not a stats podcast, right? It's all vibes. It's all emotion. And emotionally, I don't want to listen to Bears fans anymore. But you know what? I think I just, after that fourth down throw or that pass last night to tie the game, like I'm doomed. I'm going to be listening to it for the next 5 to 7, 8, 9, 10 years.
Yeah. No, agreed.
But with that being said, 9 doing 9 things, man. He didn't have a great game, but he won the game. That throw to Devontae Adams was insane, right? Let's not count him out. He's going to Seattle now, which they looked good. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to not skip right to the next game, but were the 49ers that bad? Is Seattle that good?
Yeah, I just think that Seattle played another perfect game against the Niners, just like they did at the end of the season. Seemed like the Niners were just lost, and Seattle beat them up.
Yeah. It was bad.
Yeah, it was. With that being said, moving forward, I still got number 9 going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I mean, Seattle. I was a doubter on Seattle all year.
Well, in this, you bring up a great point, Fred, because is it because Seattle is on another planet that nobody really I don't know if it's me where I live, but you just don't have a lot of Seattle fans out here in the Midwest. I don't know, and you don't have a really brand name quarterback, so to speak. I mean, Sam Darnold, you know what I mean? Although there's the Michigan State kid is running back there, which but I don't know. I think Seattle in the Super Bowl would the NFL wouldn't be too excited about that.
I'm not sure they want that. I mean, who knows what they want now, because it's been a crazy year, man. I mean, this has been one of the craziest years in the NFL that I've seen in a long time. And I'm talking upsets and just unpredictability of all the games. Definitely. I mean, Vegas probably had their best year, I would say. And I don't mean the Raiders. They probably had their best year. I would say they probably, if you could look it up, they probably had their best year this year in a long time.
Right.
It's not very better friendly in the NFL nowadays. Now, with that being said, the season's over. But I mean, I was a doubter on Seattle, man. I told you that we played. Pittsburgh played Seattle. They were Pittsburgh was actually winning the game at one point, looking to go in, threw a pick in the end zone. Then just everything fell apart. I didn't think they were that good, at the time. But yeah, no, they're legit, man. So it's interesting, coming from a Canadian city.
Right, for sure. Well, let me say that, if you're a Vikings fan, are you just pissed?
Well,
or are you dude, McCarthy's our guy? Don't worry about it.
I think that if you're a Vikings fan, they're probably still going with the McCarthy's my guy thing. He was just injured. He did look good at times. I don't think McCarthy's the guy. I think, I mean, Sam Darnold had an amazing year last year. And so this is not like a surprise for the Sam Darnold fans after watching last year.
I think what the stigma that he had with him, obviously the Lions beat him, like he couldn't win the big game. And I think he beat the Rams at the end of the season to take that number 1 seed. He manhandles the 49ers. I think you can say that he's got the ability to win big games. And I mean, having an elite defense helps too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'll be very interesting. The Championship Sunday will be very fucking interesting to see how it all shakes up. With that being said, it doesn't matter. I don't think if Seattle loses, I don't think that is a thorn in his side.
Right.
He had an amazing year, and like you said, he did win some big games. If you lose in the NFC Championship game, I don't think that's a failure.
No.
Unless it's in the fourth quarter and you're up by 17 against San Francisco. But no, I think Seattle's for real, man. I mean, we haven't had this much hype since the Beast was there,
the Legion of Doom.
Yes, that was the last time that nationally they were recognized, let's say, and not taking anything away from them, just being honest. I don't think they're even recognized nationally right now.
Not at all. Not at all. And then obviously we had the moving over to the AFC, we had the Bills-Broncos game. And obviously I wanted, again, not a stats podcast. It was all emotion, man. I wanted to see Josh Allen go to the Super Bowl wholeheartedly. I wanted to see Josh Allen versus Matt Stafford in the Super Bowl. I feel for Bills fans, man. I feel for them, man. It's tough, and to watch Josh Allen come up to the podium and put it all on him, which I feel bad for him. But at the end of the day, it kind of was, Fred. I mean, you turn the ball over that many times in those situations, and your path or your road to the Super Bowl couldn't have been any better. It's the best opportunity you've had in your entire career, and you kind of blew it. And now you got your coach fired.
Yeah, I mean, another weather game, sloppy, but no excuse. Crazy game. I mean, absolutely crazy game. I still believe that was a catch at the end of the game.
Okay, because same exact thing happened last night with they called it a catch.
Yes,
Richard Sherman came out on Twitter and he said it was a catch. He's like, I'm coming from a defensive back perspective, and I said it was a catch.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that obviously is going to be discussed. I thought it was a catch at first look. And then I kind of was like, oh shit, it was intercepted. I didn't even, and then when I saw even the replays slow motion, I still thought it was a catch. I think Devontae's play was a tiny bit different because he wasn't jumping and falling down. So he kind of had his feet on the ground. So you could also maybe a little forward motion, making
a football move.
Yeah, some of that shit might have been in play, but the catch at the end of the Bills game, I truly thought it was catch, even after replay. So I was watching that game, and I was watching it with my cousin, and he said it was, oh man, they just picked it. I said I think that was a catch, and he goes, no, they're pointing the other way. He wasn't even really watching that part, and then he said, oh shit, they're gonna review it, and I said, yeah, told you, catch, and then they reviewed it, and it still wasn't a catch. So I was a little surprised at that. Thought the game was over, and he was going to go on to Gillette. But man, crazy year in the NFL, dude.
Crazy year in the NFL. But if you're a Detroit Lions fan and you're watching this podcast, you're watching the NFL, it's not just Detroit. If you're a Bills fan right now, you're sitting here saying, well, that should have been a catch. We were screwed, blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to say to you, don't turn the ball over, 4 or 5 times, and you wouldn't be in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Put yourself in a situation where the ref's going to screw you. I get it. I mean, let's just face it. I said to Dax the other day when he goes into his basketball game and said, I want you to keep the mindset that the referee is going to be terrible. If you keep that mindset, you're not going to be disappointed. He's not going to be good. He's not going to make all the calls. Stop turning the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, I think we realized that also in the CJ Stroud game.
We don't in Detroit, though. It's just Detroit. It's just
Virginia. Well, yeah. But yeah, the Texans game, man. I mean,
hold on real quick. Before we get into that one, obviously the Broncos win, right? But explain to me this, Fred. This is why I stopped you before we go on to the next game. Why on earth did Sean Payton announce the injury immediately after the game? Doesn't that seem a little odd to you? Can't you let the Broncos fans celebrate a little bit? You want to come out and say that he broke his ankle within 30 seconds? Like, something doesn't seem right here. Am I wrong?
Well, I just feel that other people got wind of it, and he wanted to be at the forefront of it rather than us hearing from a reporter that, you know, he had a broken bone in his ankle and, you know, and Sean Payton didn't address it. I don't know. It was really weird because it was like you said, immediately after, which means he was playing with a broken ankle, but like,
which is crazy.
Yeah, crazy.
But then, you know, with that being said, it kind of just, again, paves the road for the Patriots. Like,
yes.
How much easier could this get?
Yeah. Agreed. You know, they put.
Go ahead and take it away. Your thoughts on the CJ Stroud situation over in Houston?
I mean, listen. After watching the Steelers game, listen. The score didn't determine that game. By the way, if you watch the game, it was. I mean, in the fourth quarter, I think it was 10-6 in the fourth quarter before all the wheels fell off. He played terrible that game as well. Right. So. Seeing his stats after the first half, I think he had 4 picks. But with that being said, he was still in the game. So, meaning their team was still in the game, not him physically. So I thought that, you know, he would have a different second half. You know, I don't know. The defense is crazy. The Pats are a good team. You can't take that away from them. I just think that, you know, CJ Stroud that was just a terrible performance. And I'm not taking anything away from the Pats. I know everybody on here thinks I hate the Pats. I really don't care about the Pats, to be honest.
You do hate the Pats. Right?
What's that?
You do hate the Pats.
No, I hate Boston in general. So
there's some things you like about Boston.
What's that?
There are some things you like about Boston.
Yes, 3 things. Boston baked beans, Boston cream, and Donna Summer. In no particular order.
Speaking of Boston, not to get off topic because we still have some more sports some more football to cover, but speaking of Boston, I got a text this weekend from Nolan.
Oh, yeah?
Hit the 6-month anniversary out of the park.
Where'd he go?
So he started out with a little sushi in Troy, revolving sushi place.
Uh-huh.
He had dinner at Park in Detroit. Good choice.
Okay.
Good choice.
Very nice.
And he took his very special lady friend to see the Beast games, what apparently she was trying to see. I believe. Okay. Quote me on that because I didn't write anything down. But as soon as you said baked beans, I thought of Nolan immediately. And I just want to let you know, you know, if anybody who's a true follower, no one hit it out of the park, he said.
I was wondering when that was coming up because we talked about it like in December, I feel like.
I think I got the text Sunday morning, so I'm assuming the Saturday night was the anniversary.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So I'm glad everything well.
Yeah, she's a lucky lady.
She couldn't be any luckier.
That's true. Where are we at before we got Pats easy road? So now we're looking at what we got the Patriots versus the Broncos with what's the guy's name? Who's their backup quarterback? You have any idea?
Yeah,
Sutfield, something. Who knows? Not gonna win this game.
Yeah, no. I mean, if they do, Wow.
Did you see what Nick Foles? You see what Nick Foles tweeted out?
No.
Nick Foles tweeted out that, hey, for all the Broncos fans out there, like, I'm sorry, I know you're hurting, but in big games, Pats usually fold against backup quarterbacks.
Nice.
I thought that was great.
It will be interesting. I mean, obviously, at first glance, I give them no chance. I like the Pats and the under probably in that game, but I wouldn't take an under. But I think it probably be Pats and probably be low scoring. If I had to choose now, I don't think anything's going to change by Sunday. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know how.
I'm not, to be honest with you, Fred, I'm not even really looking forward to the game. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm going to watch it, but I'm not like, with no Bo Nix, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit of shine off the game and stuff like that, but, it's Championship Sunday. You got to give them their due. Like I said, I get a lot of heat for, hating the Pats and all that stuff, but yeah, I'm going to watch the game and congratulate all the Pat fans after they win. I don't, I'm still a human being. As for Seahawks Rams,
now I'm excited, buddy. Now that is going to be, I mean, it's going to be a good game. You put Matt, get Matt out of the cold, get him out of the cold, right? Healthy receivers. Their secondary looked really good last night too.
Yeah. I mean, they look good.
The fourth down play was a little to tie the game was a little tough, but they had some really big plays.
It was a tough weather game too, man. It's like I feel like there were a couple of those over the past couple weeks that were just shitty weather, and I mean that's the whole point of home field advantage. I get it, but I got number 9 this week in the over. So Rams Pats is what I got going on for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm with you, Fred. Rams Pats for sure. And God, I would love to see Stafford win MVP, Super Bowl MVP, another Super Bowl. Might as well just give him his gold jacket because I've been saying it for the last 20 years that that's where he was going to be, and ride off with Michigan's sweetheart.
Let me ask you this though, since you did mention the gold jacket. If what happens this year, like you said, if he wins the another ring, does he go?
What you're going to ask me?
Does he go into the Hall as a Ram?
Told you, Fred. This is a emotional vibes podcast. This is not a stats podcast. He goes in as a Lion. Stafford goes into the Hall of Fame as a Lion, where he start. It's like a good base. I'm a real estate agent, Fred. You can't have a good house without a good basement, good foundation. And this is where the foundation started.
Listen, it will be very interesting though. And I think you could admit that. I know it's like 12 years against 5. So that holds in the Lions' favor. But yeah, he does still have a couple years left, I would assume.
Yeah.
What's that?
A couple years left where?
With the Rams.
No. I bet you he's done. I bet you he wins the Super Bowl. He's done this year.
I don't think so.
You think he's going to keep going?
I think, dude, there's no reason for him to stop, to be honest. He's not getting banged up.
Fred, he could barely walk coming into training camp.
But that's number 9 though. That's normal. He was getting chased, and that's more the reason why he should go in as a Ram, because the reason he couldn't walk going into training camp is because of the fucking Lions.
No. It's because of those electric vibes up there in San Francisco. That's what it is. It's not the Lions.
It's for all those years of running for his life with the Lions.
Here's what I suggest. He gets that jersey with like the Lions on one side, the Rams on the other, the 9 split down the middle.
The Detroit Rams.
No, Fred. No, that's not a thing. That's not.
Let me ask you this though. Also, because I know, he was tainted last year and everybody was, Xing out their jerseys and all this shit. Now, right now, today, are the Lions fans cheering for Matt now? Are they back? They're back?
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Look, the Lions fans look at it like this. They embrace him. They love him. Guys like me who from the beginning said he was going to be an MVP quarterback are like, told you. And then there's the fair weather fans that we have in Detroit that are like, wow, maybe he was a really good quarterback. But yeah, if he's not playing against the Lions and we have nothing else to root for right now, yeah, we're all in. Detroit is all in on Matt Stafford winning a Super Bowl for sure. I will speak for the city and say that Detroit fans are all in for number 9, going into the Hall, winning another Super Bowl, MVP.
And riding off in the sunset with Michigan's sweetheart.
You say that just to get me going. I know how you are.
With Hank driving the carriage.
With who?
With Hank. He's in the front riding the carriage. Yes.
One of these things. All right. So we got Rams, we got Seahawks next week. Going to be a good game. So we're both. I think we're both on the same page. Rams, Pats, and then tonight, Fred, national championship. Well, you know what? Before we get into college football, let's touch base on this. First of all, I think because obviously we had the Braylon interview, we wanted to get him on first. But Fred, it's crazy. This is insane, right? I had to write this down. Pittsburgh has had 3 coaches. How many coaches has Cleveland had since they've had 3?
I think it was 19.
21.
I knew I was close. I think there was also 3 popes, 6 popes or something.
Something like that. 3 coaches in Pittsburgh. Cleveland's had 21. Obviously, I don't care. I don't care if you're a Steelers fan or not. If you're a fan of the NFL at all, you gotta tip your cap to Mike Tomlin. He's one of the best to ever do it, man.
It's pretty impressive. Come on, all 3 though. Just to have 3 in my lifetime, is crazy to me. So
it is crazy.
And I got to watch, I didn't get to watch the majority of Chuck Noll. Well, I mean, the bad years I got to watch, which was terrible. But, I got to watch all of Cowher, all of Tomlin. I'm fine. I'm fulfilled, right? I've seen, Super Bowls, wins and losses, a ton of playoff games. Winning seasons, I mean, you couldn't ask for
losing seasons in 19 years?
19 years, man. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. I think him stepping down wasn't a surprise.
No.
Stepping down.
As soon as you text me and how he did, I'm like, that's exactly the way you wanted it to be.
Well, and also because of the rights. If he goes anywhere this year or next year, people have to trade for him. So that's a big difference as well,
right.
Because he stepped down and wasn't fired. But you know what? With that being said, I'm excited for the next chapter. And the reason I say that is because most likely, listen, the Steelers never go with a big name. When Cowher came, it wasn't really a big guy at the time. And when Tomlin came, he was 35 years old, or who's this guy kind of. So when people start talking about these big names and stuff like that, I'm just, as a Steeler fan, I know it's not going to be the John Grudens of the world or anything like that. I hope that, and I never knew that. I didn't know that Tomlin would last 19 years. I had no clue. But I mean, it was great for him to start out with Ben. So moving forward, the next chapter, I'm excited about the next chapter of coach, quarterback, OC. Like, like it's finally here. And, I told you this. I've told you this a million times. The best thing that could have happened in Ben's final years was the Steelers going 4-13. But, it didn't happen. And then this year, they end up going to the playoffs again. Now he ends up stepping down. So it wasn't a bad thing that they won 10 games. And now there's talks of Rodgers coming back, and
but
the players in exit interviews were saying how they wanted him back and stuff. Now I think I'm done personally with the Rodgers experiment. I mean, it's fine. It was cool.
It served its purpose, in my opinion.
What's that?
It served its purpose.
Yeah, but it also set us back. So again, if they were 4-13, there's no discussion, right? We're all in on a new quarterback, and I would love Anthony Richardson. I would, love Malik Willis. So that's interesting to see what happens. But I'm more of a guy where I'm not, I'm a sports junkie. So after the Super Bowl and stuff like that, I'm already into spring training. I'm not going to worry about the interviews that are happening, who they're getting in the draft. It's when they get to that point, it is what it is. When they get to August and, they put out their roster, it is what it is. And I'm going to cheer for that. And I mean, I could have hopes. I mean, everybody can hope for, this and that, but the wasting of all the time on talking about in the off season, it drives me nuts.
Yeah. Are you a little upset that, I know you said that the Steelers coach, they don't really hire big names. Are you a little upset that Drew Penzing, the offensive coordinator for the Arizona Cardinals, is off the table and cannot be the head coach for the Steelers? Because we scooped him.
That's a big move, though, for you.
Because it's just the offensive performance that they just have been pumping out in Arizona.
I mean, maybe Jacoby Brissett, though. So I don't understand the moves. I never really understand the moves that happen.
So McDermott's out. Not surprised, right? Falcons hire Stefanski. Did you hear the Harbaugh news today?
No.
So Harbaugh hasn't completed his contract yet because he wants in his contract that he's going to report right to the owner and bypass the general manager. Which I'm shocked the general manager still has a job.
Yeah, he's getting 5 years, I think. That's interesting, though, because actually the Giants are not a bad team. They were banged up. They didn't use Dart for the first half of the season. It'll be interesting to see them as a healthy team with Neighbors back and that. It'll be pretty interesting. They're going to be around 500, I think.
Interesting place to go though for John Harbaugh though. I thought it was an interesting place to go. I thought there was a couple other, team.
New York. It's New York though.
Yeah. I knew that's what you're going to say. I knew that.
I mean, come on.
Right. All right. Tonight, national championship game. We got Indiana. We got Miami. Fred, you're all in.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know how you can pick against Indiana.
Well, okay. Did you see the Carson Beck interview when they're like, "Oh, where are you going to class tomorrow?" He's like, I graduated 2 years ago.
Yes.
Why college football is such a joke.
He's in his 7th year.
No, absolutely insane. All right, we talked about it last week. We're gonna throw between you and I, and I'm gonna take the underdog. But what I'm gonna ask Fred is, I need a little bit more than 7.5. I gotta get it. I'm taking the underdog. I'm gonna root for them. No skin in the game, and it's gonna be a hat bet. It's gonna be a hat bet.
Okay,
I'm not. How much? First of all, let me ask this: how many points are you going to give me?
I mean, I would go as far as 10 and a hook.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think that's fair. If I lose, I have to go purchase the Yankees hat and wear it. If you lose, 10 and a hook, you got to dust off the Tigers hat next Monday. Fair?
I have it. I think I have it with us.
You probably left it in Jersey.
What's that?
You probably left it in Jersey.
No, I think I took it with me for that reason. Now, the other thing is this. Like, I'm not anti you guy. Like, like I'm not an anti-Miami guy. So, like, I like the U. I like this. Dude, I get a lot. I think it's hilarious. The whole Michael Irving stuff is fucking hilarious. Did you see the
Saturday Night Live skit?
We haven't watched it yet, but I saw a clip. But yeah, I mean,
shoot Sarah a text after you watch it, because obviously you can't text me because of your broken phone. Once you watch it, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think it's hilarious. So, like, I'm not anti the U. So, like, I'm hoping for a good game, though, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a good game too, and I think it's a little ridiculous that, like, I think it's kind of getting lost in the sauce. The national championship game, as crazy as that may sound, with football and playoffs and everything like that, I feel like the season ended like 2 months ago.
Yeah, and my thing was they should have had a Sunday night game. So because you're watching football all day, and then it goes right into the Monday night game. I mean, the Sunday night game of the national championship. You're still in the zone with everyone. With everyone off today, you can still go out, party, do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a good point. I do like that. I do like that idea. All right, let's lead in the last segment we do. What are you guys watching right now? And Fred, why don't you tell me what you guys watch? Because I know you had a busy weekend. Let's go into. You were in New York this weekend.
Yes, I was. We short trip in and out. My sister got married on Saturday. Got in late Thursday night. So Friday we had a pre-wedding dinner. Early, 5:15. Had to jet from there about 7:00 because we had reservations at the Polo Bar. If you don't know about the Polo Bar, it's taken me 2 years to get in there. First question people ask when you say you went to the Polo Bar is, how'd you get in? And the second question is, did you see anybody? Celebrity. So, but went to the Polo Bar.
Was it everything that you were hoping it was? Were you underwhelmed, overwhelmed? What was your? Because, like, I've had situations where the anticipation is just crazy, and then I go try it, and I'm just like, nah.
It's definitely worth all the hype. I totally get it. From the moment you walk in the place, like, it's a movie. Like, as soon as you walk in, it's very mahogany everywhere and pictures of
the pictures look amazing.
Bunch of lots of horse pictures and stuff like that. Pictures of horses, But went there. You have a drink on the first floor, and then when your table is ready, they come get you. You go downstairs. I mean, the service is ridiculous. The thing is, the food isn't extravagant, right? There is like a very short menu.
Right.
It's nothing. It's not crazy. The menu's not crazy. Everyone, they do have a caviar appetizer dish. They do have a maybe like a bone-in ribeye, maybe, or something for like $110, something like that. But mainly, it's the burger, The corned beef or pastrami sandwich, they cut it into 4s, stuff like that. So it's like for the table type stuff. A lot of people get, if there's 4 people, they get 2 burgers, they cut them in half, everybody gets a half. Like
right.
So, but yeah, no, I mean, I'm still a little shocked that I got in and went, and it was just like I didn't. It was hard to take it all in because there was so much I wanted to take in that fine, and then it's over, and you're like,
Sure.
So I mean, I don't know if I'll ever go again. I did, I checked it off the bucket list though. Which was fantastic. But yeah, no, the city was popping. The place is it is worth all the hype. If anyone can find a way to get into the Polo Bar, I think you got to go.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's super cool. But yeah, I finished up some stuff I was watching. Finished Homeland.
Okay.
If you want to sit down, it's a commitment. It's 8 seasons, 12 episodes. Claire Danes is good in it, man. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're kind of like, you have a really love-hate relationship with Claire Danes' character in Homeland. But it's a good watch. It's a big commitment. I'm telling you right out the gates. You got to set some time aside. It was awesome.
We just started watching Landsman now that it's over. So now we can binge it. So I watched the first episode of Landsman last night. So we will get that complete. What's that?
Season 1, episode 1?
No, season 2.
Season 2. Okay. Yeah. So you have already watched season 1. Okay. All right. Good. I got you.
Yeah, we were just waiting for season 2 to be complete so we can watch a bunch in a row. So we'll have that done this week.
Enjoy. The last night was the season finale. It was awesome. Awesome. Leaves you like, I can't wait. What are we going to do season 3? Because I think it starts out a little slow in the first season. Like, where are we going with all this and losing John Hamm? But dude, I can't wait to hear your feedback after you finish season 2.
Yeah, we'll finish it this week. Easy. Another thing, do you watch The Traitors?
No, not familiar with it at all.
Okay. It's on Peacock. It's a reality contestant show, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'll check it out.
Mary's favorite shows. And we just and this is the first time I'm watching. It's season 4. It's different every season.
So you can jump right in.
Yeah, so you can watch the first, I think, 5 episodes maybe of this season on Peak, and then it comes out like every Thursday, 2 episodes kind of thing. It's good, but I won't give anything away. But the contestants are like basically lots of games like Survivor people, Big Brother, and then some housewives in there.
They're the actual people.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. I got you now. I got you.
Michael Rappaport, was somebody from Dancing with the Stars, one of the dancer guys. America's mother-in-law, Mama Kelsey.
She's in it?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I thought it was Gerard Depardieu. So I got a little. What's that?
Who Gerard Depardieu? I don't know who that is. I probably, if I saw her face, I would.
I thought it was Gerard Depardieu, and then I found out that look it up right now.
I can't.
Oh, okay. So
not that, but my technology on this podcast isn't like really good. Like, I need another. I'm going to start using Sarah's iPad here.
Honey, what's his big movie?
He's a French actor.
Yeah, he
was in The Holiday with Queen Latifah.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Queen Latifah movie. That's awesome. Was it Set It Off?
No, The Holiday.
I did see that movie. I think I know who you're talking about.
Gerard Depardieu.
All right, I'm gonna look it up.
Look it up. I thought it was him, but it ended up being Mama Kelsey. So
I'm looking it up after this.
and so I was a little confused because I'm wow, he made a comeback. But I find out it's America's mother-in-law. So that, but yeah, look it up. Get back to me on. Shout out to Kelsey. No disrespect. You know, I need my glasses sometimes, even when I'm watching TV.
There you go. And then last but not least for me, I will be wholeheartedly honest. When San Francisco started getting their ass whooped, I put on The Rip with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon.
Haven't watched it yet. Yes.
Awesome movie.
It's on our list. Just dropped on Netflix.
Just on Friday. You know, I'm a huge Affleck fan. You know, love The Accountant, love The Town, like my top movies. A Boiler Room, like with them together, just awesome. It was a great movie. Heard them on Rogan on Friday, and this is the first time they've been together in quite some time because they wanted to kind of like do their own thing, which makes sense, right? But apparently they own this company that produced this movie, and they're going to set the platform going forward to make movies cheaper and then, you know, to streaming services. So I think we're going to see a lot more of them like that. But yeah, definitely highly recommend it, man. Check it out.
It definitely will.
So, all right, brother. It's been real. I will see you next Monday. Thank you, Braylon, for coming on. It was awesome to have you on, but take it easy, all. I'll see you guys next Monday. Take care.
All right.